On this episode of Pawn Stars.
So this is it, huh?
Yeah, this is a 1976 Piper Warrior. Hasn't been wrecked.
Well, that's good.
It's a 2006 Yamaha. I hate to sell it, but my wife doesn't want me riding it anymore, and she's a boss. So.
John, well, just tell me which one's the real one, and don't go eeny, meeny, miny, mo.
I'm Rick Harrison, and this is my pawn shop. I work here with my old man and my son, Big Hoss. Everything in here has a story and a price. One thing I've learned after 21 years, you never know what is going to come through that door. What do you got here?
I have a map of Boston from 1735.
So where'd you get this thing?
We got it in my parents' basement. We were doing a little bit of spring cleaning. And
In a basement? There are no basements in Vegas.
the reason I want to sell this map is because I don't really need it anymore, and it has no real merit to keep. I'd really like to have $550 because if you look right here, it says $550. So that's got to be what it's worth.
You know anything about it, or?
Really, the only thing that I can see, I mean, it just says in 1735.
The interesting thing about 1735, this was 40 years before we signed the Declaration of Independence. Some of the guys who signed the Declaration of Independence weren't even born yet. It's definitely old, and it is Boston, and it is pretty early. It's not like a sea chart, and it's not really like a map. It does have the compass points on it and the scale. I mean, it could be out of some sort of almanac or something like that.
Right.
But it says right here, in 1735, the town was divided into the following 12 wards.
Right.
Okay? That doesn't mean it was printed in 1735. It's just telling you in 1735 what happened.
Right.
The biggest question I have with this map is, when was it made? It says 1735 on the map, but that doesn't mean it was made in 1735. So how much do you want for it?
Well, I was pretty much thinking at least what it says on the back.
What, $5.50?
Well,
I know it says $550.
Yeah.
The fact of the matter is, I don't know whether it's 100 years old or 200 years old. And not to be mean, I don't know if you wrote that on the back of walking in the door, okay?
true.
I'm interested in this map, but the fact is, I'm not going to make an offer until I have an expert look at it. Why don't I call a friend of mine, if it has anything to do with the American Revolution, and this looks right around that time period,
Right.
he knows about it. And if I can get him down here, maybe we can work out a deal.
Okay.
All right, thanks.
Thank you.
So this is it, huh?
Yep, it's a 2006 Yamaha YZ250 two-stroke. I hate to sell it, but my wife doesn't want me riding it anymore, and she's a boss, so what are you going to do?
So you upgrading to a Harley or something, or are you downgrading to a bicycle?
At this point, my wife might just downgrade me to a tricycle, I don't know. It kills me to sell the motorcycle because I like to ride it, but my wife won't let it happen anymore, so I gotta let it go. Lowest I'll take is about 1,500.
Two-stroke, that means it's fast, huh?
Very fast, definitely. A lot of horsepower.
Here at the pawn shop, I see about 2 or 3 dirt bikes a month. We live in a huge desert in Vegas, and everybody rides motorcycles. And this is one of the bikes to have if you're out in the desert.
So you race these things?
I raced a long time ago, don't race anymore. I have a 7-year-old son, and I ride with him. Now it's time for something a little slower. They jump 300 feet with these. I don't need to do that anymore. It starts on the first kick. Low hours on it. Got probably less than 20 hours on it, and it's an 06.
When I buy a bike, I really want the number of hours to be less than 100 hours. Buying a bike with over 100 hours is like buying a car with